So let's talk about the FDA risk-based medical device classification. And stop me at any point if you have questions, and we'll talk about those interactively as we go. So the FDA risk-based medical device classification is broken into three primary classifications with one kind of ancillary set of products. So it's in general class 1, 2, and 3. Class 1 makes up 45 to 50% of the market. Class 2, another 40 to 45%. And class 3 is generally about 5 to 10%. There are a set of unclassified devices, meaning that there are really no regulations around them. And this could be for a variety of reasons. Most of them are pre-amendment or existed before the regulations, the product-specific regulations came into effect. Low-risk devices are things that like elastic bandages, examination gloves, handheld surgical instruments. Moderate risk devices or class 2 devices can be blood close test systems, infusion pumps, powered wheelchairs, and surgical masks. Class 3 are the higher risk, life-supporting, life-sustaining devices like heart valves, implants, implanted stimulators, and the like. So there are a variety of different controls that are applied regardless of the classification of the product. The base level of controls is called general controls. And for every set of controls it will also be a set of coordinating exemptions. So the general controls apply to every set of product classifications, including the unclassified products. These include things like establishment registration and listing and some very basic quality management system requirements. Then on class 2 controls have a layer of controls on top of that called special controls. Special controls can include things like special labeling requirements, a product-specific guidance document, a recognized consensus standard, maybe a post-market surveillance requirements or studies. And then there will be a subset of those that are exempt from those special controls, namely exempt from a 510K. In general, class 1 controls are 510K exempt, but not all. Class 2 products require a 510K. Class 3 products require what's called a pre-market approval or PMA. And then there is the unclassified products. The bulk of those require 510Ks. So no matter what, a battery of regulations apply. The kind of bread and butter is called the quality system regulation or CF 21 CFR 820. These are basically the good manufacturing practices, and these kind of go hand in hand with labeling and medical device reporting. Although all of these, technically apply to all your products, this is where the bulk of the work you're going to have to do is coming from these sets of regulations. So to make a long story short, you have got three basic product classifications, but as a result of the 3 different types of controls and the 2 different types of submissions, really 3 if you count de novo, and the clinical trial requirements, you could see there's kind of a myriad of combinations of controls and exemptions. So it's really not easy to navigate your product classification, your regulatory pathway analysis, because there are so many options or configurations that could exist for your requirements and your exemptions. Where I see a lot of people go wrong is thinking that they won the lottery even if they get the class 1 510K exempt and GMP exempt. But like we talked about, there is a set of basic general controls that is going to apply. The company will have to register their facility with the FDA and conduct device listings, not only for them, for their company, but if they use a contract manufacturer, their contract manufacturer must register and list as well. And these are annual activities. In addition, they have to have a very basic quality management system. This is the only set of requirements and exemptions where you're exempt from most of the quality system regulation. That's that 21 CFR 820. For these products, you still have to have a complaint procedure and a quality record procedure regardless.